Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television. We are live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. President Bola Tinubu has sent an executive bill to the Senate seeking for the establishment of a new salary, allowance and official benefit for judicial officers. The president's request was contained in a letter read by the President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio. In the letter, President Tinubu said that the executive bill entitled Judicial Office Holders, Salaries and Allowances, etc. Bill 2024 will generate a new legal framework for the remuneration of judicial officers to improve their welfare. The bill, which establishes a new legal framework for the remuneration of judicial officers, will also ensure significant improvements in the welfare capacity and independence of the judiciary, Tinubu said in the letter. The National Assembly, comprising the Senate and the House of Representatives, has passed the Prolonged Students' Loan Bill. The bill, which scaled first, second and third readings in both parliamentary sittings, became law on Wednesday. The Senate resolution followed the consideration of the committee's report on tertiary institutions and TET Fund. Montari Danduse, chair of the committee, presented the report during plenary. The House of Representatives has called on the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to urgently provide relief materials to communities, schools, and individuals affected by rainstorm in Akwanga, Nasarawa, Egon, and Wamba Federal Constituency of Nasarawa State. The House also urged the federal government relief agency to swiftly initiate the reconstruction of the destroyed schools and rehabilitation of persons affected by the rainstorm. He also noted that the rainstorm, which destroyed homes and schools, has rendered his constituents homeless, disrupted the education of students in these communities, and has put some residents in critical conditions with various degrees of injuries. The House of Representatives has passed a bill seeking an extension of the implementation period for the 2023 supplementary budget. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu urged the House of Representatives to extend the period for the implementation of the capital segment of the 2023 appropriation bill from March 31st, 2024 to June 30th, 2024. The President's request was contained in a letter read on the floor of the House by the Speaker, Abbas Tajuddin. In the letter, President Tinubu also asked the House to extend the implementation of the Supplementary Appropriation Act from March 31st, 2024. In June 30th, 2024, the President noted that the extension became necessary to ensure that the provisions of the two acts were fully implemented. We'll take a quick break now. When we return, other stories continue. Please stay with us. We'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. Now, Abia State House of Assembly has passed a bill to stop the payment of pensions to former governors and their deputies in the state. It is entitled a Bill HAB 11 for a law to revoke the Abia State Governors and Deputy Governors Pensions Law number 4 of 2001 and 4 other matters connected therewith. It was sponsored by Uchenna Okoro, the majority leader and member representing Arochukwu State constituency. The Speaker, Emmanuel Emeruwa, announced the passage of the bill after its first second reading, consideration at the Committee of the Whole, and its third reading during the day's plenary. Members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational Associated Institutions, and the National Association of Academic Technologists of the University of Lagos staged a peaceful protest in front of the school's gate. They blocked vehicular movement and hindered the free flow of traffic in the environment. They sang and displayed various placards to register their grievances with the federal government over their withheld salaries. The JAC of SSANU and NASU had for about a month called the government's attention to its exclusion from the payment of the withheld salaries, which it commenced payment for the Academic Staff Union of Universities in February. Their salaries were withheld when the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari invoked a no-work, no-pay policy against the ASU and SSANU and NAT, who embarked on a strike that lasted 8 months, 4 months, and 5.5 months, respectively, in 2022. Moving on, the Federal University of Lafayette branch of the National Association of Academic Technologists has joined the nationwide 3-day warning strike over the non-payment of 5.5 months withheld salaries of its members by the federal government. The administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari had invoked the no-work, no-pay policy, which meant that the university workers would not be paid salaries within the period they were on strike in 2022. But President Bola Tinubu had in October 2023 directed that the university workers who embarked on a prolonged strike over the inability of the then government to address their concerns be paid 4 months of their salaries that was withheld. The North Central Zone Coordinator and Chairman of NAAT in Fulafia, Kenneth Onu, said they decided to embark on the 3-day warning strike, which would end on Friday, to express their displeasure over the federal government's neglect of the plight of their members. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Labour Congress stormed the National Secretariat of the Labour Party in Abuja to protest the party's national convention planned for the end of this month. The Congress also demanded the sacking of the national chairman of the party, Julius Abure. The NLC leadership accused Abure of planning to hold a secret convention without the input of major stakeholders. The planned convention has pitched Abure against the NLC and the House of Representatives caucus. The workers accused Abure of planning to destroy the Labour Party. The Nigerian Air Force, NAF, has destroyed the arms storage facility of one of the most wanted terrorists operating in Niger State, I beg your pardon. The military operatives acting under Operation continue to comb the northwest and north central regions of Nigeria to smoke out the terrorists. Spokesman for the Air Force, Edward Gabgwet, and Air Vice Marshal made this known in a statement in which he disclosed that the credible intelligence gave away the storage facility of the terrorists. The Nigerian Air Force aircraft under Operation OPWP has continued to decimate terrorists and their logistics, especially in the northwest and north central regions of Nigeria. We'll take a quick break now. Don't forget you're watching News Cycle, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on our social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When News Cycle returns, subsidy removal, FG states LG's allocations hit 10.14 trillion naira. This and other stories coming right after this break. Please stay with us.
Celebrating an icon, Joe Vicker, CEO, Joe Vicker TV, USA, the founder, President General of Igboro Ulo Na Ihunanya Development Union, on the occasion of your birthday and congratulating the entire Igboro Ulo on their one-year anniversary celebration, commending you for your kind gesture in visiting the Owerri Correctional Center to assist the inmates in one way or the other. Happy birthday. Congratulations, sir.
Many thanks for staying with us. Now, if you've just joined us, this is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of the news cycle. On the foreign scene, Britain's annual inflation rate fell more than expected in February. Official data showed, fueling speculation that the Bank of England will cut interest rates this year. Inflation reached 3.4% last month, the lowest level since September 2021 after hitting 4.0% in January. According to the Office for National Statistics, the consensus had been for consumer prices to rise by 3.5% in February. According to a Bloomberg survey, inflation remains well above the Bank of England's 2% target. A South African bank says that a court had ordered a halt to outgoing payments from ex-President Jacob Zuma's account in a dispute over loans for improvements to his private home while in power. The First National Bank said the measure was the result of legal action taken by the liquidators of another bank, which is owed money by the 81-year-old politician. The measures is likely to further taint the reputation of graft-accused Zuma ahead of general elections on May 29. In power from 2009 to 2018, Zuma is fronting a small startup party that is threatening to take away key votes, from his old home, the African National Congress. In business, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has represented the FCT 2024 statutory budget proposal of 1.147 trillion naira to both the Senate and House of Representatives Committee on FCT. Marking the presentation before the Senate committees, the FCT minister disclosed that the budget revenue sources would be made up of internally generated revenue, IGR, Infrastructure Support Fund, among others. Kike Lomo-Okere has details.
The Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, noted that the total sum of fiscal framework comprises of proposed distributable revenue of over 510.3 billion naira and non-distributable revenue of 637,416 billion naira.
We have a fiscal framework of sum of 1,147,610,283 naira, comprising distributable revenue of 510.3 billion and non-distributable revenue of 637.4 billion.
Wike, giving highlights of the FCT appropriation bill, says 280 billion naira is earmarked for overhead, 726 billion naira for capital projects, and 140 billion naira for personnel, bringing the total budget to 1.147 trillion naira. He further highlighted some of the projects to be executed from 2024 FCT statutory budget proposal,
which has been proposed for the FCT 2024 statutory budget after due deliberations with all the revenue generating agencies of the FCT, also taking into consideration the parameters allotted in paragraph 8 above. Now, when you compare the revised 2023 appropriation of the sum of 641 billion, there's an increase of the sum of 506 billion, which is 44%. In the 2024 statutory budget proposal. The increase is as a result of the expected loan from the commercial bank since we have exited from TSC in the sum of 500 billion.
Presenting the budget before the House of Representatives Committee on FCT, Wike listed some of the critical projects to be executed by FCT administration in 2024 statutory budget proposal to include completion of roads B6, B12, construction of access road and car park for Abuja, light rail DD, Gwagwa Station, Lot 5, full scope of development of area road from Northway Park to other Northern Express. He also said there will be provision of engineering infrastructure to Guzapi, provision of engineering infrastructure to Wuye District, extension of Inner Southern Express from Southern Way Park to Ring Road, full scope development of FCT Highway, among others.
It's important to note that the FCT statutory budget is mainly funded from 1%, from the proceeds of the 1% of the 52.6% of the statutory allocation of the federal government that comes from the federation account, and also internally generated revenue and other sources as contained in the revenue fiscal framework.
Chairman of the House Committee on FCT, Honorable Aliu Betara, and other members of his committee assured the administration of their unwavering support, charging him to look at revenue generation and Area Council IGR. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
The federal government says it has uncovered the identity of 15 entities, including 9 individuals and 6 bureau de change operators and firms allegedly involved in terrorism financing. Details of the development were revealed by the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit in an email sent to their correspondents entitled Designation of Individuals and Entities for March 18, 2024. The document revealed that the Nigeria Sanctions Committee met on March 18, 2024, where specific individuals and entities were recommended for sanctions following their involvement in terrorism financing. Among the individuals named in the document was a Kaduna-based publisher, Tukuru Mamu, who is currently being tried by the federal government for allegedly aiding the terrorists who attacked the Abuja-Kaduna train in March 2022. The Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has championed an Authorized Economic Operators AEO program to enhance the efficiency and predictability of the trade facilitation efforts in the country. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, during a stakeholders meeting in Abuja, says the program will foster collaboration between the Nigerian Customs Service, other government agencies, and experts to boost AEO programs. Kike Lomo Okere has details.
Speaking at the event, the Comptroller General of Customs underscores the determination needed to work together and ensure that the narrative is changed about the ease of doing business in and around Nigerian ports. He says 7 key stakeholders that are legal entities whose operations span across the international supply chain have been carefully selected by the pilots program. The CJC revealed that selected importers, exporters, small and medium enterprises, custom license agents, logistic operators, and government agencies as pilot stakeholders to run the pilot scheme of the AEO program in Nigeria. It says this program will enhance the compilation of data as well as address some of the challenges faced in the Nigerian ports.
Sharing, executing our shared objective and visions have continuously proven to be invaluable in navigating the complexities of modern global trade, especially as they affect our landscape. And it's therefore on this premise that I feel highly honored to welcome you to yet another significant milestone in our collective efforts to enhance the efficiency and predictability of our trade facilitation efforts. The combination of our efforts resulted in the launch of the time-released study, TRS, last month. And this measures the time taken to clear goods as part of ongoing drive to optimize the trading experience within Nigeria.
The CGC further assures the stakeholders of Nigerian Customs Service commitment to run the pilot program of AEO successfully, adding that steps are being put in place for the implementation of the Authorized Economic Operator program, which starts from 15th of April 2024. The Custom Boss further reels out that the objective of the pilot program as a course is to evaluate the visibility and effectiveness of implementing the AEO program.
Today, as we are taking these steps with you with the implementation of Authorized Economic Operator program, which hopefully will start from the 15th of April 2024. The primary objective of the pilot program are two. The first is to evaluate the visibility and effectiveness of implementing the AEO program within the Nigerian Customs Service and to solicit feedback from all our key stakeholders. Through these pilots that we want to run, we aim to identify potential challenges, fine-tune our processes, and lay the groundwork for a full-scale rollout of the AEO program, hopefully in October 2024.
The Director General of the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN, Charles Odi, commended the Nigerian Customs Service for its proactive approach to engaging small-scale businesses owner through the Authorized Economic Operators program.
The CGC, since it came on board, has taken giant steps to ensure that it promotes the activities of the Nigerian Customs Service and also automate the Nigerian Customs Service processes that will ultimately lead to port efficiency.
Chief Superintendent of Customs and Project Manager of the Authorized Economic Operators, Awa Nina, says the pilot phase of the program is designed to streamline custom clearance process while ensuring transparency and inclusivity in line with the international standard.
There's need to ease cost of doing business, and by qualifying for AEO, you stand the chance to have your cost eased. And then the stakeholders will also have the chance to identify areas where we need to upgrade, things we need to fine-tune for a successful program.
It could be recalled that the NCS in February 2024 launched a time-release study as another measures to optimize the trading experience within Nigeria. The CGC urged the participants to expedite their commitment to ensuring the potential of the AEO program, which will foster a culture of efficiency, custom process compliance, integrity and collaboration that will propel Nigeria. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
Finally, in sports, former Brazil international footballer Dani Alves is to be released from jail pending an appeal against his rape conviction in exchange for posting bail on €1 million, a Barcelona court says. The ruling came a day after his lawyer requested the 40-year-old's release on grounds he had already served a quarter of his 4.5-year sentence in pre-trial detention following his arrest in January 2023. In its ruling, the court granted him provisional release in exchange for the bail payment of €1 million, also requiring he hand over his Spanish and Brazilian passports, remain in Spain and present himself to court on a weekly basis. And that's it on the news cycle, and it came to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. We are on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us on our social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Queen Agapa. Thank you for watching and see you again.